You will need a Pilates ball for this class. We're going to be working a lot on squeezing and maintaining this Pilates balls in between our thigh and our bellies to integrate our torso and our lower body. So when you're ready, go ahead and lay down on the ground and hug your Pilates ball in between your right thigh and your belly. And obviously you won't be able to pull in your right thigh so close. So just manage a comfortable place where you can still take nice belly breaths. Your right side is being compressed, so the left side of your belly is free, which means that you can direct and focus your attention to that left side of the colon, your descending colon, taking a nice inhale and exhale. Nice and slow, you're going to flex your left toes and just hover your left leg off from the floor for a moment. Notice if this changes your breath. Maybe it's less of a change in breath, but more of an intentional breath to really focus on those exhales to activate your core. And then on your next exhale, very slowly start to bring your left leg up towards the ceiling. We're going to do a little bit of nerve flossing like technique. So you're going to point your left toes, bend the left knee, and then re-straighten the left leg, flex the toes, and lower down. Just doing this 2 more times. Exhale to bring the left leg up. Point the left toe, stretching out the front of your left ankle, bending the left knee, straightening, and lower down. And then last one. You can bring the foot flexed or bent, maybe flex and lengthen before you go down again and straighten. And then just keeping it nice and simple, we're just going to go to the other side. So hugging your left knee into your chest. Gentle hug, you don't have to pull the leg really far in. And just straighten out the right leg. Noticing the shift, the change, so freeing up the right side of your belly now. Taking a nice inhale. This is the ascending colon. Exhale. We got right into movement, so taking this moment or pausing if you need a slower intro. And just noticing how good it feels to just breathe and soften and feel your body. When you're ready, you're going to hover your right leg off from the mat, flexing those right toes, noticing how that intentional breath kicks in, focusing on your exhales. And on your next exhale, slowly bringing your leg up towards the ceiling. We're going to point the right toes, feel that stretch along the front of your ankle, bend the right knee, re-straighten, and lower down. 2 more of these, making sure that you're pulling up on an exhale. Point, bend, straighten, lower down. Last one. Point, bend, and lower down. Great. We're just gonna roll onto our bellies if you need to shake out your legs a little bit. Getting familiar with using this Pilates balls. If you don't have one, I do highly encourage you to get one. You can do so many things with it. You're going to place the ball underneath your chest, just waking up our spine for a few cobras. I'm placing mine a little bit lower because of my microphone, but you can go right underneath your sternum, placing your palms where your cobra would land and just tucking your chin in for a moment. Great, take an exhale. As you inhale, keep your chin tucked in. I prefer this way of doing cobra, so we're actually lengthening our neck and not kinking our neck by lifting our head. So keeping your chin tucked in, engaging the back of your spine. Push just with about 10% of your force on your hands to lift a little bit higher, but feel like the power is coming from your spine. Exhale, release. And then 2 more times. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. And then inhale to lift. The ball obviously helps you lift a little bit. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes, press back, child's pose. You can remove the ball for now. We're just going to run through a few familiar asanas that we will revisit with the ball. So maybe we can just have a peek into our bodies and see how they feel without any props. Rounding yourself forward to tabletop, giving yourself 20 seconds to move in any way that feels good. You don't have to stay in a tabletop. You can widen your arms and shift back. You can straighten your legs. You can stretch your wrists. So just anything that feels good for 10 seconds or so. Great. And then as you're ready, you're going to tuck your toes and just sit back into a little butterfly squat. Maybe lift your head and your neck, arching your spine a teeny bit, just like a half lift. And as you exhale, straightening out your legs. Taking a moment to bend your knees, shake out your spine, letting gravity help you a little bit, creating space in between your vertebra. Okay, revisiting chair pose just to see what it feels like. Go ahead and bend your knees. Sit your hips low, bring your arms up, take an inhale. Great, and creating a little bit of bounce here. As we bounce, we're going to shift our weight into our left leg and just pull your right knee into your chest. Take a breath here, lower your right leg, bounce a few times. Maybe you can bounce with your arms up and down, just bringing some circulation into your body. And shifting your weight into your right leg, push on your right leg, get a little bit of sprint to pull your left knee into your chest. Great, lower down, bend your knees, inhale, push on both feet to stand up, reach up and back. As you exhale, release, you're just gonna walk yourself forward to plank. Take an inhale. Great, a little bit of breathing, exhale, down dog. Once again, round yourself forward, take your time to round yourself to plank. Exhale, bend your knees, down dog. And then last one, round, round, round. Really trying to round your spine to get to plank. Bend your knees, down dog. Great. And then easy transition, lower your knees down. Go ahead and turn around. Here's where the action starts with the ball. And lay back down. Just place the ball in between your thighs for a moment and maybe rock your knees a little bit from side to side. And I just want you, because we all have different sizes and textures of balls. I always leave this on my comments, but this is the gorgeous ball from Tune Up Fitness. And just squeeze for a moment so you notice the resistance and the give of the ball that you have. Just get familiar with that because we're going to be placing it in different areas. I say this often, but if my transitions from place to place are too challenging or for some reason it's difficult to get there in the way that I teach it, just meet me in that place in your own creative way. So same start, hug the ball in between your right thigh and your right belly. Take a moment to breathe again. You should be familiar with this place. It's so nice to come back to the same place because it feels different, it feels familiar. And before we move that left leg up and down a little bit slow, so it was more static, now we're going to follow a more dynamic movement so that we can eventually start to roll forward and back to sit up. So even if you can do it on the first one, try to do 2 or 3 more just to roll out your spine. Great. Once you're here, you're going to keep that ball on your right thigh, but obviously if the ball was not here, you would be able to hug your knee really far in, but we do have a ball, so maybe you have to step your right foot a little bit further out. Okay, you can place your right hand somewhere behind you, just a support, so you're not leaning back or you don't have to try to sit up straight. You're going to place your left hand in front of your right thigh, and you're going to create a little bit of a pushing and pulling action. So you're going to push down with your left hand, push, 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 so that if your left hand was the only one that's doing the work, your leg would straighten because you're pushing so hard. And then at the same time, you're going to pull your right thigh in towards you. So if your right thigh were to win, you would actually lift your right foot up. So it's a 50-50 tug of war, and then push and just feel that. And because we are squeezing from the right thigh, but we're pushing with our left arm, we're looking for this cross-sectional abdominal work. So you should feel your lower right belly act up, fire up, or activate, and your upper left abdominal wall. So cross-sectional. And just do this for a few more seconds. Great, and then let that go. And just to take a break, just hug the ball in between your right knee, right thigh as you open, just to release that. And we're gonna do a few rotations. So we're gonna rotate to the right, inhale, exhale, twist. Great, I'm not staying here for too long. We're just gonna go to the other side. Inhale, exhale, twist. The second one, we're gonna reach our arms over our head. So interlace your fingers, flip your palms, twist to the right. Great, twist to the left. And then the third one, we're gonna open our arms. Optional back bend, release the right hand down. Maybe leave the ball, reach your left arm up and back. Watch that ball. Maybe you can squeeze it back to where it was and then twist to the left. Arms open if you want. Okay, bring yourself back to center. You're going to re-hug that right thigh in. Bring your left leg in. And we're going to prepare for a reverse tabletop. You might not reach that high because you have a ball, and you're going to lift that right leg up. So when you're ready, palms facing you or out, you're going to lift up. That might happen. Maybe I'm not wearing the right clothes, or I didn't squeeze hard enough. Yes, I didn't squeeze hard enough. And pull that right thigh in. And at the same time, imagine as if you're using that left hand to push that right thigh down. So you have that opposition. And then this is the fun transition for today. See if you can keep your right thigh up. Maybe reach your left arm up to turn around to a three-legged plank. Take an exhale, squeeze that right thigh in. And as you're ready, step the right foot through. Can you keep the ball here? If you need blocks underneath your hands, take them. You can always readjust. Nothing has to be perfect here. And then maybe just for me, just happens that it's better for me to just be on the knife edge of my fingers, and I'm gonna reach down. Great, we're gonna take 2 lion's breath here with our arms. So inhale, reach your arms forward. As you exhale, you're going to stick your tongue out and cactus your elbows. And then 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, you're going to release your hands down, step your left foot forward, and just bring the ball right at the center. So we're actually massaging right at the center of our bellies, and we're gonna reach our arms forward. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to lower as far as you can, trying to straighten out your spine. So you're not rounded here, you're lengthening. And then 2 more lion's breath. Inhale, exhale. 1 more, inhale, exhale. Great, just to take a breath, you're going to grab the ball, stand up, separate your feet, hips width apart, grab the ball in between your palms and just bend to the right. Just 2 to 3 breaths here. Nice and easy bend to your left. Come back to center, reach up and back. As you exhale, without the ball in between your belly and your thighs, but in between your hands, once again, lower halfway down. Maybe bend your knees if you need to. Take an inhale. Great, as you exhale, release. You're going to step your left foot back. Keep the ball underneath your left hand, and we're gonna take a twist. Obviously, this is a little bit more challenging because that ball can make our torsos a little bit wobbly, shaky, but we want that. It's good for our proprioception. If you're interested in more of this wobbly good stuff, take the proprioception class that I have in my YouTube channel. Maybe exhale, cactus that elbow. Great, and then reaching your right arm forward, release your hands down. We're gonna do a few more things with that ball. So now we're gonna move into a twist. You're going to place the ball in between that right thigh and that right belly again, and you're gonna go through your traditional twist. Sorry, my microphone gets a little bit loud. Great. And we breathe here, inhale. Okay, what's the trick? Am I just having the ball here for no reason? No, you're trying to imagine as if you're pulling that right thigh up and you're pushing down with your left rib cage. So again, opposition. Lower right belly, upper left belly. Open through the right side of the rib cage. Take one more breath. Great. Exhale, bring yourself back to center. I'm going to be facing away from you. You're going to turn the back heel, coming to a side angle. You're going to bring the ball a little bit further down, sandwich it in between your lower arm and your top right thigh. If this is too confusing to worry about, down, hip, over your head, whichever you prefer. And same thing, what are you doing here? Trying to push with your right forearm. And imagine as if you're trying to pull up with your right thigh. Are you breathing? Inhale. Exhale. Try to close the right side of your body. Engage the right side of your body as you lengthen the left side of your body. Take one more breath. Great. As you exhale, grab the ball on your left hand. Straighten the right leg. Reverse triangle, sandwiching the ball between your left hand and your left shin. Inhale, grow tall. Great. Exhale, windmill your hands down. You can remove the ball. Lower your knees, your chest, and your chin. Slide your knees back. Take a little cobra or higher, up to you. Exhale, release child's pose. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. Before we go to the other side, let's activate the core a little bit. I'm just grabbing the ball in between my thighs to sit up. You're going to place the ball in between your palms, working the whole front side of our bodies. You're going to lean back. Sensitive knees, place a blanket underneath your knee thighs. If you want, you can also do this with tucked toes. You're just going to lean back until you feel your core activate. Try to keep from head to knee straight line. Don't have a mirror. I hope I'm doing it straight. And then from where it gets challenging, really tuck your tailbone, pull your pubic bone into your belly button. This is how you make the change in your traditional practice. And breathe here for 3. Breathe here for 2. For 1, push on your knees, come up and lower down. 2 breaths. Inhale through your nose. That's our flow. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Easy transition. Turn around. Lay it on your mat. Just grab the ball in between your thighs. Hold it somewhere. Since the ball is there, maybe we just neutralize our spine with a few bridges. So making sure that your feet are about hips width apart. Pressing your feet down. Lift your hips up. Inhale. Stay here for the exhale. Feel like you're pulling your heels in towards your butt cheeks. Exhale, release. Maybe we do one more. You want to maybe shake out your pelvis, shake out your thighs. Great, and lower down. Other side. Hug the ball in between your left knee and your left thigh, straightening out the right leg. I know the flow is pretty active, so take a moment to rest, do less. Rest and do less. Dynamic rolling forward and back, maybe just lifting and lowering the leg one time, just getting familiar with that. And then obviously the leg helps with a little bit of momentum. Try to slow it down. Okay, so I did 3 to sit up. You can do a little bit more, a little bit less. Okay, some twisting action before we start. You can open your left knee. Let's twist to the left. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, twist. The arms just change for the twist. Turn to the other side. Arms up. Twist to the left. Twist to the right. Let's just stay on the right side with our arms open so we can finish with the back bend. Open your arms. Great, twist to the left. Optional back bend, maybe the ball stays there. And reach your pelvis up. Maybe look back to your right fingers, wiggle your right fingers, and lower down. Keep the ball where it was. Okay. Close your left knee. Re-sandwich the ball in between your left thigh and your left belly. Left hand somewhere behind for support. Right hand in front of your left thigh. And tug of war. Push with your right hand. Pull with your left knee, left thigh. For me, it always takes a little bit of time, a few seconds before you can feel those muscles fire up. And sometimes you feel something more than the other. So for me, I can really feel that lower left belly more than my right upper belly, maybe because I'm leaning too far back, so I sit a little bit straighter. I can feel it a little bit more there. And then push, pull, push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. Activate that because we're going to be doing a lot of that in the warrior two, in the twist, and rest. Great, bend the other leg. Prepare. So you do have to hug the ball in your reverse plank so that ball stays in place. So as you're ready, I always do my reverse tabletop with my fingers pointing towards me, but just because I'm recording a video, maybe I do it the other way. Okay, and then lift and hug your left thigh in and pull, but push with your imaginary hand and with your chest. Really engage. This is not cross-sectional, right? This is all one side, the left side. Pull, 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 pull. Try to squeeze that ball. Now, can you maintain that? See what you need to do. Reach your right arm up. Keep your left leg floating. Pull, 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 pull your left knee. And plank. Pull your left knee in towards your chest. Feel the left side of your body working. Push the floor away with your hands. And with that strength, step your left foot forward. Great. Crescent lunge. Arms up. Adjust the ball if you have to, but maybe you don't have to. 2 lion's breath. Exhale. Cactus the arms. One more. Inhale. Maybe lift your left heel up. Feel the power of your left calf. Lion's breath. Inhale, arms forward. Shift your weight forward. Get a little bit of sprinting action to step the right foot forward. Place the ball in between your thighs. That was a nice massage for your lower belly. 2 lion's breath, cactus arms. Inhale, long arms. Exhale, long spine, long heart. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Great. Inhale, lengthen. Sit a little bit lower before you grab the ball. Stand up. Another side bending. Arms up. Let's go to the left first. Bend to your left. Great. Come back to center. Bend to the right. Shift more weight to your heels. Come back up. Keep the ball in between your palms. Don't grab the ball. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, just squeeze it in between your palms and free your fingers. Lower your torso halfway down. Now shift the weight forward to the mounds of your toes. You should still be able to lift your 10 toes. Bend your knees a little bit to get that straightness of your spine if hamstrings are tight. Great. Inhale. And exhale. Okay. Step your right foot back. Sandwich the ball in between your left belly and your left thigh. We're gonna twist. Right elbow outside of your left knee, left thigh. And staying in prayer. Okay. What are you working on? Before I answer, I'll let you think about it for a moment. Which side of your belly? Both upper and lower. So you're pulling up with your left thigh. Imagine as if you're trying to lift your left foot off from the floor, and then you're pulling down with your right rib cage. Great. Try to pull the left rib cage back like you're leaning back. Lengthening your spine, the crown of your head. Take an inhale. Great. As you exhale, now I am facing you. Warrior two. Back leg, back heel touches down, coming into side angle. Sorry, not warrior two. Sandwich because you're facing me, I just want to make sure if you're home, you're not doing like this. This is what I see a lot when I teach this in class. You want to have the ball far away from you. You want to have space underneath your left thigh. I just place my palm facing up, so it's less effort from my hand. It's more effort from my forearm. And you're also not pushing down that you're compromising your shoulders. So you're not like here. Space, space, space. Whatever you want to do with the right arm. I just want to do jazz hands up and down. And what are you doing? Trying to lift your left foot off from the floor. You're trying to push down with your left arm. Try to sandwich that leg. Try to pull and shorten the left side of your body as you lengthen the right side of your body. Inhale. Great. Exhale. Lengthen. Reverse triangle. Place the ball in between your right hand, not grabbing the ball. Free fingers and push, squash, and reach your left arm back. Inhale, grow tall. Great. Exhale, come down. Ooh, we missed the twist. So we're gonna do it here. Good thing that I remember. Pick up your right heel and reach your left arm up. Again, feel the wobbliness. Trust the wobbliness. Just straighten through your back leg, opening your chest. Take one more inhale. Great. Exhale, release. Move the ball. Step your left foot back, plank. Lower 2/3 down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. It's our only upward facing dog, so maybe linger for a little bit. You can also separate your legs more, tuck your toes, and take more of a back bend, but make sure that you're tucking your tailbone. And either child's pose or down dog. Before we strengthen the front of our bodies for that kind of modified camel, and now you're invited to take a more traditional camel. So if you want to do the same thing again, ball in between your hands. If you want to do a more traditional camel, I'm not going to go too deep, but a little bit of back bending is always healthy for the body, for the spine. Bring your palms facing down or up, same conversation as your tabletop. Take an inhale, lift up. And I like to really just focus on tucking my tailbone and opening the front of my chest. Maybe you start to go a little bit further back, letting your spine decide for you. And then maybe if you wanted, you can grab onto your heels. Remember, it's not necessary. When you feel like you're ready to come out of this, slowly bring yourself up. Come down to a seat. I'm gonna face you. We're gonna finish with 30 Kapalabhati exhales. That will be the end of this class for me. If you wanna finish in a Shavasana and do more things on the floor, feel free to pause the video after Kapalabhati and finish in a way that makes sense for you. As you're ready, take a nice inhale and long exhale. Inhale halfway, and we begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Blow it all out. Take a nice inhale to reach your arms out to the side and up. Bringing your palms together if the prayer symbol resonates with you, and lowering this prayer down. If there's somebody in your life right now, including yourself, that needs a prayer, take a minute or so to send that prayer out into the cosmos. Thank you for taking class with me today. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you have comments or if you have suggestions of what you would like to see in classes, let me know. Have a great rest of your day.